Hello and welcome back to Minecraft. We are back in this world after quite a while of not playing in it, and I was really starting to miss it, and so I decided to hop back on and start making some videos again. I know it's been quite some time. Life has just been very weird and very busy for me lately, and so I haven't really been able to find the time or the energy to play and record Minecraft, and it was something that I really missed. So we are back, and you can see the barn that we built in our last video, just peeking over the corner there. And I am really, really happy with how that turned out. And so we are going to be continuing working on some projects and continue working on some other build ideas that I have for this world. The plan for today's episode is focusing on mining. Mainly, we need a lot of stone, and we're going to need a lot of things like iron, copper, coal, and eventually diamonds to make some decent progress in this world. And luckily, I know the perfect place to build this project, and I already know what I want to do, and I've already started gathering some of the resources. Just a small ways away from our main base, we have this huge hole in the ground that just goes all the way down, I guess. It goes straight down there into the main cave area that we were exploring in the first episode. And so my idea is I want to clear this area out, make it look a little nicer, do some terraforming, do some landscaping, and I want to build a medieval quarry kind of design. And I already have something in mind for what I want to build, but it's going to be really, really cool. It's going to be like a tower with minecart tracks and hoppers and chests and all the good stuff that we're going to need. Going to go all the way right down. We'll have a little, you can't really see much down there, and I don't have a spyglass yet, but all the way at the bottom there, we'll make like a little base camp area where we'll have some supplies and some other things that we need. And I have all the stuff, or at least I hope it'll be enough. I'm probably going to need to gather more, specifically rock and stone and those kind of things as we go. But this is what I'm mostly going to be using. And the first part of this project is going to be nicifying and just kind of beautifying the area that we have here, because there's a lot of dirt. There's kind of some weird cliff angle looking things, and so I don't really like it. And so the idea is we're going to expand the hole a little bit, get rid of all the grass and the dirt on the sides here, and we'll work on a little bit of terraforming while we're at it. That way we actually have a nice canvas to begin working on our big tower build that we're going to need, which is what we'll use all the spruce for. So it's been a little bit over a week. Oh, that's really, really good. Oh, that's nice. So it's been about a week since I've been working on that project, and I came to a couple of realizations. The first realization is I really did not like how it was looking. It seemed to just be way too narrow and like small, like way too deep, way too skinny, and it didn't look right. So I made a couple of changes, and I've just been working on this off camera a little bit just to try and get a shape that I'm happy with. And so I expanded the hole quite a lot. I think the hole naturally was only about that size there in the middle. So I expanded it out, and I'm doing a small like sloping path around the sides here. This I'm going to take down to probably around there, maybe. Then we're kind of going to flatten it out, and then I'll probably have some minecarts and some other stuff, which I'll figure out later. But I think this shape looks a lot better. It feels much more quarry-like, and it feels a lot more natural. And the second realization that I had after that was that my tools were utter trash. Garbage. Because what was happening was I had to mine out this huge area with mostly either iron tools or unenchanted diamond, and it just kind of sucked. So I did a lot of XP grinding off camera, smelted copper, bred animals, all that kind of stuff. And now we just got this fortune pick, which is great. And we also had a silk touch. You can see how much durability I've used just mining stone. I managed to get just a little enchant on my sword, nothing else. Got efficiency shovel just to kind of help me clear out this space a little bit quicker, because it really was taking quite a long time, especially now that I've had to expand it a little bit. But I think this does look much, much better. Kind of annoying because now I'm kind of, backtracking. I built up some of the walls on the side. Now I'm going to either have to cover them up or just break them down again, which is annoying, but it is what it is. It's part of the process. It's okay to pivot. So we pivoted pretty hard. And yeah, I think we'll just have to kind of keep this going and see how it goes, see what it looks like afterwards. I'm going to see how low we can take it, and then, yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do with the rest of it. We'll have to figure it out. I think things are looking a little funny right now. I don't know if I love the way it looks super flat, but I think I will kind of come through and just add a bit more, kind of outcroppings like this, just to make things look a little more natural, I think. I think that'll really, really help, especially later on, because, yeah, that's, it doesn't help much, but it does. I think once I'm finished with clearing this section out and actually gotten down to where we want to be, I'll be able to start adding in some cobblestone, some andesite, and then also some slabs and some walls, just to make things look a little more normal. I think for now it's going to continue probably looking a little bit strange though. In the final phases of the outlining part here, I think this is how deep I'm going to bring it, just because it's going to be really difficult to continue coiling it down. So I'm going to try putting a basic rough floor just kind of where I want the ground to be, and then I'll build up on the sides, connect it to the top, and then I'm going to go around and just tidy up the area a little bit, get rid of this chunk here, connect up the sides, and then just once I think we add in some details and some texturing and some other things, I think it's actually going to look really nice. I'm a lot happier with this than I was with the other one. The other one just didn't feel right. But let's hop right back into another time lapse and we'll get some of this done. Most of the work for this area is actually done now, and I love the way that this is looking. I finished making the path. I added in a little bit of greenery, and I also just came and added in some texturing with some other blocks like some andesite, cobble, and I actually used some gray wool here and there, which I really like. And I brought it down to about this depth, which I think is pretty good. I couldn't really wind the path anymore around, unfortunately, but I made this just small little simple mine entrance. And then in here is when we're going to start actually making some stuff. So I'm going to start mining out this area because I want to make a sorting, or not like a sorting area, but a storage area for all of my stones. And I have a whole bunch of stone in here, so it's going to be 9 different types. It's going to be the main cobblestone and then actual stone, which I need to get more of. And then it'll be andesite, diorite, granite, and then it'll be like tough. I have a little bit of calcite, but I really don't think I'm going to have all that much of that, so we'll see if I even need to make an area for that. But, and then I also have, deep slate and that kind of stuff. But I'm wondering if I want to bring the dirt into the mine. I'll have to think about that. But I want to have, I needed 72 chests, so I think I made a couple extra. But I think I want to put it on this side. Or no, actually, I think what I'm going to do. Yeah, so we'll bring this all the way back here. We'll mine back this way, create an area to actually build or place the chests, and then to the right side, I'll have maybe a small lava farm with like the lava and the dripstone. That way I can get an infinite fuel source. And then to the left, I will have, ooh, hello, I think we broke into the cave. Yes, we did. We broke into the cave from earlier. And then on the left side, I'm gonna make my way down with some mine carts. I think we've already explored this area. Yeah, okay, so that goes right down in there. Okay, perfect. So then what I want to do, let's get back up here. I will put the chests right over there. Lava farm over there. And then this side will have a minecart going all the way down right into the huge cave at the bottom. But I think for now, Is this good enough? Let's see. So it's going to be, I'll have to have chests, and then it'll be maybe a block gap, and then I'll have 3 more chests. Yeah, this will be enough space. Let me break this dirt. I should probably get some more stone. I think I'm just going to put, yeah, I'll put coarse dirt down for now. That way I can easily remove it in case I need to. Let's get some of this. Break out this. Start placing down our chests. Gonna have... Wait. No, I messed it up. That's not the way that I wanted to do it. I think I'm going to have stone and cobblestone at the end. So I actually need 6 because I know I'm going to have a lot of those resources. So I want to have a larger area dedicated to those. So I'm just going to take a second to figure out where I want to put this. I marked out the areas where I want to put the chests. I realized halfway through that I didn't have a spot for deep slate, so I had to move the whole thing over and add in an extra little section like this. But this should be enough space to account for all the different types of stone I'm going to need. I have the diorite, andesite, and the granite over there. And then I have cobblestone here, and then here I'll just use stone, and then I'll put cobblestone or deep slate. There we go. I'll put deep slate here in this one, and then I have just a placeholder here for dripstone. But then I just need to fix up the ceiling, put in all of the chests. I think I might actually need a couple more now. If I miscounted, I might need another, like, another extra 9 double chests, which not looking forward to crafting those. My wood supply is gonna dwindle a lot, but I'm gonna clean this up, add in a little bit of slabs for the roofing, and then see if we have enough chests to get this done. Whoa, skeleton horses, they spawn in the wild. That's so cool. I don't know if I've ever seen these before. I came up just to get some more wood supplies, but it's actually really cool. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh my. Oh. Okay, I did not know that they did that. I did not know that they did that. I don't know what to do now. How many did that spawn? 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. 8? They do look really, really cool. I want to see if I can tame those skeleton horses. That would be awesome. Let's see. Oh, okay, there's one here. Oh. How did you die? I think you got shot by the other guy. Oh my gosh, do they have like power and punch or something? That is ridiculous. Okay, let me get a shield. That would be smart. I probably should have done that to begin with. Shield, let me get one of these. Okay, cool. Hello. No, no thanks. I'm not interested in whatever you're selling. Okay, there we go. There's 1 or 2. Block. Ooh, whoops. Sorry, I'm hitting the horses in the crossfire. Yow! Up. Oh. Sorry. That's awkward. Okay, let me heal. Can I ride you? Do I? Oh, I can't. Oh, wait, no, of course I can. You're a horse. Okay, so I do need a saddle. Those are so cool. I'm gonna try and round those up, actually. That I think would be awesome. I have like an army of skeleton horses. I think I've seen these guys maybe once, maybe twice in like Bedrock Edition. I have never seen them in Java. Look at all the arrows just lying around on the floor. Oh my goodness. Oh hey, a hat. Projectile protection 3? You know, that would have been really nice, like, 2 minutes ago. That would have been pretty cool. Alright, let me take you over here. I'm gonna try to get the rest of them. Let me go round up you and your friends. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with these guys, but I think they're just kind of cool to have. I think they all have the same amount of hit points and speed, I think. I have no idea if these guys are like standardized or if you can actually find ones with different stats. That'd be kind of cool. But they all seem to have 8 hearts and travel the same amount of distance. So, I don't know. Still not as cool as I actually don't have a name for this guy yet. Silverado? I don't know. That sounds kind of cool because he has like iron armor and he's like a white horse. So I might go with that. Silverado. That's what we'll go with for now. But I'm going to get back to working on this down here. There we go. Nice little water bucket clutch. And no, I did not die and lose all my levels. Don't worry. I just fixed up my silk touch pickaxe so I could get some stone again. Because I did so much mining that I was on like 2 durability and I did not want to risk breaking a silk touch efficiency unbreaking pickaxe because that would really suck. And ironically, even though it's enchanted with unbreaking, it felt like it broke pretty quickly, to be honest, but I think that's just because I used it a lot. So I'm going to start getting these chests in. I almost am finished with these slabs. Just put a couple more in here like this. And then we'll finish that there. And then, oh, I gotta do the same as this side, and then we'll figure out a roof design, and then I'll put in some lanterns for some light. I finished adding in all of the chests, and I'm really liking how this is coming together. It's looking pretty nice. Added just a little bit of leaves for some decoration, and added in some pillars for support. I do not have any dripstone yet, so this is just a placeholder block, but I started moving. Wow, I really don't have anything at all. I'm so poor. I have a little bit of cobblestone, a little bit of stone, a couple more types of stone back in my main base. But this is how the mine entrance is going to be looking. Then we come in here, have a bit of our stone storage, and then I started just working on a little mine shaft going down. This is where it'll be where the minecart goes. Do that, goes all the way down here. And then I actually popped through into this cavern here, and I think what I want to do here is we're gonna come down here, and then there'll be kind of a wooden platform that'll go down, if that makes sense. It's gonna be like a tower, and the mine shaft, the minecart will like go down the tower. It'll make more sense. I think I'm going to keep working on that, and then we'll get some minecart tracks down, and it's going to look really cool. For long grind, especially to get spruce wood, our quarry build is finally done. I will add in just a couple of finishing touches around the edges, but that doesn't have to be done now. The bulk of the build is done, and I absolutely love how this turned out. This took me like, I don't know, 2 weeks probably to finish, but I love the path, how it loops around here, and I really like the little grass bits that I've added. But in here, I'm also really happy with this. The grass or the dirt floor is pretty nice, and I added in some more texturing. I added in a little bit of details. I even added in some coal and copper ore just to kind of make it feel a little bit more like a mine. And then here we have all of our stone storage, which I don't have any on me because I put it all away. Our diorite, granite, we barely have any andesite, but we've been stocking up on cobblestone. That's a lot of stone, actually. Barely any deep slates, and then the little bits and bobs. But then down here, I finished this little area too. I may add some finishing touches, and I have another plan for this corner here, which I'll talk about later. And then we go down. I finished all the way down to the bottom, and it's kind of precarious, but I really like the feel of it. I think, oh, and then here we're going to make a little trip. I found a spawner. It's a skeleton spawner right there, so we're going to make a quick little XP farm in the next video. But all the way down here, I really like it because it feels like one of those rickety mine elevators that you would take down like all the way to the bottom if you were like in like a coal mine or something. So I really like how it feels. I did want to use rails, but it was just going to be too difficult to orchestrate that, and I didn't have the materials either. But then we get all the way to the bottom here, and then we'll kind of work on evening this area out in the next video, I think, because there is still a bit of work left to be done, especially if we want to get down to our actual goal, which is all the way down there. But that's going to be something to tackle later. But I think that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. And in the next one, we're going to work on tidying up the mine area, probably adding an item elevator. That's what I want to add, an item elevator all the way up there. So we'll do that, and then we'll focus on making a skeleton spawner. But for now, that will be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, Have a good one.